Kano State, due to its high population, is very strategic to the major political parties as the 2019 elections draw near. No wonder, therefore, the scramble for Kano has intensified. With the major parties re-strategizing to get a hold on the electorate, forces are being realigned and horse trading increased with greater intensity. Observers are of the view that the formal reception of defectors from PDP and the Konkosia movement shows how strategic Kano State is. Let's start by watching a report on the grand rally by APC to receive the defectors.
This is the biggest political event in Kano since the 2015 general elections. For the All Progressives Congress, APC, is a moment it is strengthening its structure ahead of the 2019 polls. Thousands of PDP members led by former Governor Ibrahim Shekaru and many others from the Konkosia movement were formally received by the governing party. The defectors, including 7 former legislators, former PDP executives as well as aspirants for governorship and other elective positions, identified good governance and hope for a greater Nigeria as the basis for their defection to APC.
I wish to assure the national leadership, the state leadership, and the state government and the federal government of our total commitment, our total determination to be loyal members of the APC.
National Chairman of the APC Adams Oshomole, Governors Abdullah Umar Ganduje of Kano State and Badr Abubakar of Jigawa, as well as other party stalwarts are of the belief that the mass defection of PDP and Konkosia supporters has weakened the opposition in Kano State.
Say Buhari. These southern people come to our great party as a result of extreme achievement recorded so far in the country by our respected President Muhammad Buhari. APC in Kano State is united.
The Grand Rally also marks the beginning of governorship and state assembly election campaigns in Kano State.
Muhammad Rabiu Ali has been speaking with Malam Ibrahim Shekaru, a former governor of Kano State, on the development.
The grand reception accorded, I'd like to hear from you. What will you say with regards to the 2019 general elections? And then you are vying for Senate in the Kano Central senatorial seats.
Whatever political analysis anyone will give these days has to be in respect of the 2019 election, because it's the in thing now. We are most grateful to the All Progressive Congress, particularly the leadership in Kano and the national leadership, for the honor done to me in particular and all my supporters that have just decamped into the APC. The grand reception today was very marvelous, very encouraging. With all the total disintegration of the PDP in Kano as a result of the very illegal and inconsiderate action of the leadership that led to all the exit of many of us out of PDP in Kano, I think one can say that we have brought additional value of almost 50–60% into APC. So I believe APC, by all calculations in Kano, would have much higher votes than it had in 2015. As the governor always said, we are now hoping to give APC 4.5 to 5 million votes by the grace of God. So in the whole, I believe the situation in Kano, by the grace of God, APC will win virtually all the seats, presidency, governorship, National Assembly and State Assembly. And the way things are happening, I'm sure nationwide, I have every hope that APC will still carry the day in terms of the control of the central government and many other states. So I believe us as a contestant in the senatorial contest, coming back to Kano Central, I think, if I may not sound modest, I have served Kano for 8 years, and it's on record. We've done the little that we're able to do, and from what you saw today, it's a clear demonstration of people's appreciation over what we've done to them.
With less than 3 months to the 2019 elections, an association called Ex-APC Councillors Forum of Nigeria is poised to mobilize grassroots support to ensure APC emerge victorious at the polls. Honorable Egob Iga is the national chairman of the forum. I took him up on this task before the association in an interview earlier this week. Honorable Egob, you are welcome to Political Update.
Thank you, sir.
As a former councillor, and you are now chairing an association of former APC councillors, and you know councillors are the people closest to the grassroots. How do you intend to use this platform of yours to mobilize support for your party?
Well, firstly, I want you to understand that councillors are elected the political office holder that are very close, that are closer to the common people in the local level. And then I think that a way that we can use to support or add value to a political system, especially this campaign period, is for the councillors to mobilize, because all politics are local and all campaign are local. So there is no way you would do without involving the grassroots. And when we talked about the grassroots, are the common people in the local level. And there is no way you will do politics without them. And they need to participate. They need to be involved. So we, the councillors, is because of what we are seeing in the political trend, we decided that the councillors will come together to form a formidable group to fight and work against impunity and support President Muhammadu Buhari. You see, when we talked about development has to do with more efficiency, more progressive, more productive way of doing things that normally be doing or be the case. And this is what Buhari is doing. So we, the councillors, the former councillors that knows the value of the common people, who will go and sensitize people, go and mobilize people for 2019 election. And believe with me that we are going to win 2019 election.
You see, in this period, the social media plays a very important role in information dissemination, even though it has its own limitations and shortcomings. But how do you intend to at least use the media, for instance, at the local area to galvanize support for the re-election bid of President Buhari? Okay,
when you talked about media has to do with the 3 stages. It could be paper media, print media, paper publication and all that. But what we are going to do, we will do door-to-door campaign. That is the best campaign so far. We will go to door and preach the gospel to people that President Buhari has done a great thing, that having positive impact in the life of people. Therefore, people should come out to vote for him. Door-to-door campaign, I think, is the best. For instance, the people that are living in the local level, they are not exposed to social media, like print media, electronic media, and all that. But the only media that we can use, to talk to people is for us to go to their houses, informing them that, see, your PVC is your power, your PVC is your right, and what you are going to do with your power and your right is to vote for a right candidate. And who is the right candidate is President Muhammadu Buhari.
And you see, there's this issue of campaign where people use indecent language, people use insultive and abusive language. What do you think Nigerians should do?
Well, individuals have different understanding. I cannot come and abuse anybody on any platform. I can't do that. So I think that the best thing for anyone to do is for the person to add value for somebody. Because if you refuse to have value for somebody, it means that you don't have respect for the person. So I think it's not the best for anybody to come out and then to start insulting somebody. If not, as it stands me, I can insult somebody, but I refuse to doing that because I know that people have value for me.
So what specific things do you think will you use during your campaign? In other words, what I mean is that what are the areas you think the president has done well that you can market him with?
Well, you know, oftentimes people, there was a group of persons, a political party that always talked about, you know, when they called their how would I put it? They have a name of their party. When they call the name of their party, they share the money. But President Buhari is not somebody that will come and say share the money. So he came up with an idea of empowering the common people in the local level. Example, Empower. Gone are the days that some people will come and say, share the money. Why will you share the money? And if you share money, you are not creating impact in people's life. But President Buhari says no. He cannot come and be sharing Nigerians' money. Let this money get to the common people in the local level. And he came with the idea of, you know, this Empower program that is touching the life of the common people in the local level.
Beside Empower, what other programs?
So many things. I am not a farmer. But when he came and he make an introduction of a farming system, now I'm a farmer. Away from that, you know, power sector, if you go to power sector, you know what is happening there. If you go to S sector, you know what is happening there. So many things that is happening. I don't know why Nigerians, you know, are forgetting things so soon. That in the past 16 years, we were into a serious problem. But when Buhari came, he said, no, the money that Nigeria have will be using to develop Nigeria. As I said before, development has to do with the more efficiency, more productive, more progressive way of doing things that normally be done or be the case. So this is what he is doing.
So in essence, what does your association stand for? And what are its objectives and focus?
Well, I said it earlier before now. As a former councillors, we came together for a reason. One of the reasons is that we mobilized for the party to make a change. We mobilized for the party to make a change. A change I'm talking about is some people now, some political party now are campaigning that Buhari is not doing very much well. But we that knows that Buhari is doing very much well, we are out and we will mobilize for him.
Okay, you are mobilizing for him, and do you have any message for Nigerians as we are passing through a campaign period?
Well, when you talked about a message that I have for Nigeria, the only thing that I have for Nigeria is that everybody should go back to their ward, should go back to their unit and prepare and get their PVC to vote for President Buhari. That is the message I have for Nigerians. Because if we allow him to come for the second time, he will do more than what some people could not do for good 16 years. So I think that is the best thing for every Nigerians to do. Go back to your local level, go back to your unit, make sure that you have your PVC, because your PVC is your power, your PVC is your right. Vote Buhari, because Buhari is somebody that if anybody that votes him, will know that we will have more things that will benefit from.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming. We now bring you some reports. It is the season of campaign when candidates run from pillar to post, win the electorate to win their mandate. Presidential candidate of African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore, who was in Kano seeking the mandate to govern Nigeria come 2019, said if elected, his administration will place high premium on education. He was speaking at a rally in Kano, where the Sowore-Rufai ticket was presented to the electorate.
The political atmosphere has begun. Candidates vying for various political positions commence campaigns seeking votes from electorates. One of such is the presidential candidate of African Action Congress, AAC, Sowore. The campaign rally started from Airport Road, passed through Sabongari area to Kantinkwari, Emir's Palace, State Road, and terminates at the racecourse ground. While addressing people of Kano, the presidential candidate of AAC promised to turn around economy, agriculture, tourism, and industrialization.
To grow the Nigerian economy, but not grow it in the interest of outsiders, but in the interest of the people of Nigeria. We want to introduce and infuse technology in the agricultural sector where it is important for the people of Kano, and also provide support for small businesses.
On the issue of corruption, the Sowore Rufai ticket assured to continue with what the present administration is doing.
Built my career around fighting against corruption on my own, using technology, using news media, using investigative reporting, and the people who are corrupt in Nigeria, they are shaking in their boots right now when they see that the possibility of a Sowore presidency will mean that quite a lot of them will be put out of business.
The AAC cautioned Nigerian youth to shun political thuggery.
The presidential candidate of Unity Party of Nigeria, UPN, Inwa Ahmed Salik, has set up his presidential campaign team with Professor Bankole Okuwa as chairman. The party's deputy chairman, Mohammed Kumo, is the vice chairman of the team, which also consists of all 13 gubernatorial candidates of the party. Abubakar Abdullahi Sokoto is the director general of the campaign team. The council will, after its inauguration, constitute various committees that will ensure the success of their candidates at the poll. Meanwhile, Action Democratic Party presidential candidate Yabagi Yusuf Sani says he decided to contest the 2019 election in the interest of present and future generations. He stated this while presenting his running mate, Martin Kulle Olatero Olagbogi, in Abuja. He said the ADP agenda is anchored on development of new governance models to give people a new direction. Sani said if elected, his government shall plan and sustain economic strategies for a private sector-driven economy with stronger regulating agencies and institutions which will administer economic reforms in the overall interest of the people.
Therefore, as a patriot with focus, drive, and common commitment to national development, I am determined to change narratives and be the credible alternative our country, men and women, are earnestly yearning for.
The Nigerian Television Authority has reiterated its commitment to providing a level playing ground for all political parties. Executive Director News Muhammad Labbo said this while receiving members of the National Conscience Party of Nigeria (NCP) on a courtesy visit to the NTA in Abuja. Labbo explained that NTA will continue to focus on its role of providing excellent television service in the country and fair coverage of the 2019 elections. The presidential candidate of the NCP appreciated NTA for balanced and professional coverage of political activities of all parties and its deliberate efforts to unite the country.
Over the years, we've been monitoring the activities of the NTA, and anywhere there is going to be any trouble, the NTA run away from it. The NTA has an idea of promoting Nigeria in a united entity, and that we appreciate.
Determined to play its role of a public broadcast medium, mandated to entrench democratic values for national development, the Nigerian Television Authority held a meeting with political parties for a better understanding of the role and responsibilities of each in ensuring successful conduct of the 2019 elections.
It's obvious that previous elections in Nigeria have not been as it is now. More political parties, more population, and advancement in technology. So are the challenges in the electioneering processes for all stakeholders. Living up to its expectations on national development through integration and fair play, the NTA is bringing together political parties for better understanding of responsibilities expected of them, including opportunities to effectively participate in the processes through broadcast service of the organization.
A government organ like ours is expected to be fair, and that is what we stand to see that happens in these coming elections.
The deliberations questions and observations featured at this meeting, but the central message is exhibiting high sense of decorum in political activities, respect for one another, for the democracy in Nigeria to continue waxing stronger.
It's not political parties and NTA, but political parties and the people. We work together, we broadcast, we bring out the news, objective broadcasting. We are already prepared, but we want the political parties to conduct themselves. You heard what Mr. President said. We cannot afford to set the nation ablaze.
The political parties here say they are optimistic of the vision by NTA on democracy and development in Nigeria.
We were also enlightened on various platforms, that are there for political parties to explore freely.
It's only NTA that gives political parties free coverage.
I am happy with this event organized by NTA.
The next general elections in Nigeria is scheduled to commence in February 2019, and stakeholders here are pledging decency in processes before, during and after it.
We went the report segment with a report from Bauchi, where frontline members of the All Progressives Congress, APC, in the Northeast Zone rose from their meeting with optimism that the party will emerge victorious in the 2019 elections, regardless of who the candidate of the main opposition party is.
As the 2019 general election draws closer, political parties and their members are repositioning for electoral victory. Frontline members of the All Progressives Congress from the Northeast are confident of electoral victory in the 2019 polls.
An endorsement meeting. We call this meeting to, first of all, show our appreciation to Mr. President and his administration for salvaging us from the shackles of the insurgents.
Prepared to remain very loyal to our party, the APC. The decision of our party will continue to remain supreme. And what Nigerians would expect would be an APC-dominated National Assembly.
When times like this come, you really have to look at yourself and put your house in order. Maybe somewhere there are some cracks, and that is normally obvious in political arrangement, especially in a period like this.
With reconciliation and re-strategizing as the main focus of the meeting, party stalwarts are optimistic that aggrieved members of the party will embrace the reconciliation process and deliver the zone to President Muhammadu Buhari.
But politics is local, driven by local issues, and Buhari has responded robustly to our needs.
The aggrieved members are still members of the APC, and it is the party that is paramount. We must be able to eschew our individual aspirations for the success of the party.
There's no PDP in Adamawa State, as far as I'm concerned. And President Muhammadu Buhari has become mandatory on us, meaning all the people of Northeast must make sure that Muhammadu Buhari has come back, because he has done so much for us.
Secretary to the Government of the Federation, represented by the Director General of the National Orientation Agency, Garba Abari, presented a paper on the challenges and strategies for APC's victory in the 2019 general election.
That's it on Political Update this week. Until next week, when we bring you another package. Thank you for watching.